Hey everybody, welcome to Rubicon's basement again. Thank you very much for the positive feedback that I've gotten a couple battle reports I've posted in 2013. Renato said he's going to come over on Friday, so we'll have another battle report up, I believe, either Friday night or Saturday morning. Should get it uploaded. This is kind of a little video that I wanted to shoot because I saw this on another guy's channel, and I thought I'd go over this little tactic. But also I upgraded the internet speed of my computer, so I'm hoping that this will upload faster than it normally takes. It's supposed to upload twice as fast, so this is also a test for that. But anyways, so what I saw on for compulsory movement is, you know, as you all know, that when you do charges in compulsory movement, you just simply, this is a Snotling pump wagon, by the way, of my own design. What you do is you just pick the unit up that you're going to charge with the compulsory movement, and you're going to pivot it, and then you're going to roll the dice, and if you make it, you treat it as a charge, and you maximize your distance and or models and all that stuff. But in this example, what I saw, I mean, you're probably not going to charge this pumping wagon into a big unit like this anyways, but just as an example, what I saw this fella do, I think he was playing against Skaven, and what I saw him do is, I think he was playing ogres, and his opponent was Skaven. And this Snotling pump wagon is going to represent the Hellpit abomination. And what the fella did was he wanted to protect this unit here to the right. So what he did is I think he ran a saber tusk up and put it 1 inch from the A-bomb like that. And then it was Skaven player's turn. You know, you're supposed to pick this model up and turn it, but on its center, but it couldn't because of the saber tusk was there. So he couldn't charge that that big unit there. And I can't remember what unit he was trying to protect from the A-bomb, but any unit is good to protect from the A-bomb. So this is a little tactic that the fella used, and I thought it was pretty clever. I don't know how the rest of the YouTube Warhammer bat rep people out there feel about it. I'm pretty sure I have that rule right, but then it got me thinking about other compulsory movement things like my pumpling wagons here. That could be used the same way. It got me thinking about the steam tank. Same thing, right? You have to pick the model up, point it where you want it to go, but it can't go that way because of this little unit that's in its side and it's overlapping it, all that kind of thing. So I guess it would be good against steam tanks, Hellpits, anything with compulsory move, which brings me to why basing and size in the 8th edition rules is so important, right? Because as I bring my Mangler up, Manglers are on round bases. So in the same example, you know, you can't do that. So you're an inch away, doesn't matter because, you know, this is round base. So it's going to stay wherever its center is. And same thing with the Night Goblin Fanatics. So I guess my point is, Tube, it's important that you respect the base size on these models that are coming out. With respect to doing your own conversions, you know, make sure at least the base size is correct. You know, I could have chose to use a much smaller base size, but, you know, again, the pumpling wagon's supposed to be a chariot, so I put in a chariot base. Stonehorn Thunder Tusk, Giant Arachnarok for Orc and Goblin Army. Those are all on those larger bases. So keep that in mind, and also the height of your model, right? That's going to be really important too. With true line of sight, I mean, I made these real tall and real fun to equip the sails. They're not supposed to be that high, but hey, if they can see it, they'll be able to shoot at it. You know, it's my bad that I made the sail that high. I'm not sure what the true line of sight wagon is supposed to be, how high, how many inches off, but that sail looked good to me for that height, so that's where I left it. Now, knowing in 8th editions, they're going to be able to see it, so if they can see it, they can shoot it, and I made it high enough that it can be shot by just about anything. Also, going along those lines, making sure that you have line of sight with magic items. I was flying this guy around on a magic carpet. This was my Savage Orc War Boss guy, and he was flying around a magic carpet, but, you know, he's on the ground, so I'm not sure, you know, what the restrictions are for how high a magic carpet has to be. When you're making conversions for your demon armies or Warriors of Chaos and they're flying around on a disc, how high those are supposed to be for line of sight, because you need to be able to fly over intervening troops, that type of thing. I know when the Skaven came out, and their war machines were so ridiculously tall that made it possible for them to shoot over their troops and that. So this is kind of like a ramble going on here. Also, if you listen to the whole thing here, one thing Renato and I were doing, and I put a couple questions out there, but I haven't got any response back. Renato ran his ghosts up into my Night Goblin unit here, which is equipped with nets. Now, on a 2 through 6, I can net my opponent and reduce their strength. So I was netting him quite a bit, and that seemed perfectly legal because I wasn't. Seems silly that you could net a ghost and reduce its strength, but I'm not inflicting any damage on it. So if you've managed to make it to the 5.5 minute mark, almost 6 minute mark, and if you can respond to that, that would be great. Like I said, I put a couple questions out there to some of the channels that I like, and not some, a few people I've asked and friends. If you can net ethereal things, again, the nets aren't magical, but then again, I'm not trying to wound it either, just reducing its strength. It seems kind of silly that you'd be able to net a ghost. So let's see, what else? That's pretty much it. I can swoop over here. I've been working diligently while I'm on vacation. This was the update here. You know, I had these 60 swordsmen done a little while ago, and I've been working on the rest, and I have all of them done. That is 5, 10, 15, 20 there. I have 5 in the sand getting based. I have 20 that have been sanded. They're over there, and it looks like I have 15 more on the red tile there that are going to be sanded next. So texturing the bases with green sand. So that's where I'm at with that status project. And then of course I remembered that I didn't have command models, so I raided the bits box and made musicians and standard bearers for the unit. So those will be done soon, I hope. So that's it from Rubicon's Basement, a little hobby update, a couple questions, and of course remember the respect the base size and the height of your models, especially if you're doing conversions and that. I'm going to swing it back over to the table. That's my big 5x8 table. Back over to here. So again, respect the base size, respect the height of the model. A little sneaky trick there, preventing compulsory things from charging you if they're on rectangular or square bases. And that's it from Rubicon's Basement. Hopefully we will be posting again soon, and hopefully this will upload in about 15 minutes instead of a half hour, as it's an 8-minute ramble. Thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it, and always subscribe and feel free to comment.